Ganda ng ano nyo, uniform nyo.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Wine Museum. First and foremost, happy holidays po. How's your Christmas vacation? Good? Okay, good. So nakapag-ikot-ikot na po ba kayo dito sa aming museum? Not yet. So some of us have explored, some of us have not yet. So nakakarating nyo lang po, no? So if I were to recommend one exhibit here, over here in the Apple Gallery, we have the shadow box. So the shadow box is a dark room with a switch inside. So sa isang side ng wall, may switch. And if you press it, magkakaroon ng countdown of light. Then after nun, if nag-stand kayo on the opposite side of the wall, your shadow will be imprinted pag nag-flash yung light. That is because the walls are, the paint that was used to coat the walls are glow-in-the-dark paint. And you can even use the light of your cell phone to try and write stuff on the wall. So it won't last for very long, so it won't be vandalism. So it will only last for a couple of minutes, maybe a couple of seconds. Okay, so right now we're here at the Apple Gallery and we are going to do our Mind Moving Studio. So welcome everyone to our Mind Moving Studios. This is where our resident scientists do experiments to learn topics about science. I am Ira, I'm the science connector here at the museum, and before we begin, I have this ball over here. Now what does this ball represent? It's the earth. Now what's the most dominant color that you can see? Color blue, that's correct. And what does that blue represent? It's water, that's correct. So for today, our topic is about water. Okay? So our planet Earth is called the blue planet because of the water in it. So our planet Earth is made up of mostly water. And it's because of liquid water that it's able to sustain life here on Earth. Kaya tayo nabubuhay dito sa mundo. That is why when scientists are looking for signs of life in another planet, they're usually looking for a liquid water source. And that's how they'll know that we can live on a different planet. So for today, we will be talking about the properties of water and what makes it sustain life here on Earth. Kaya nakakapag-dissolve tayo ng asin sa tubig dahil din sa polarity ng water. That's how important that property is. So for the next property of water, this is related to its polarity. Because water is polar, they can attract underwater No, it's okay to go around. You want me to go around? Is any water spilling down? No, right? As long as my hand is steady, like this, di malalaglag yung tubig, it will just stay inside. But, if I just slightly tilt my hand, water will start falling down. So, bakit kaya ganon? So, by slowly pulling the part, I gave enough time for the water molecules to stick together and form that layer of surface tension. So what that film does, yung thin layer of water film, pinaplug niya yung holes ng wire mesh, kaya hindi siya nalalaglag. But, kapag dinisturb ko yung layer sa ilalim like this, nalalaglag na siya. I just tilt my hand like this, nalalaglag na yung water. So surface tension, this is used by animals and plants mostly because there are animals like water spiders that can walk on water, they can float on water because they do not disturb yung layer. Hindi sila mabigat, nasusuportahan ng water yung weight nila, hindi sila nagsisink. And also plants use the surface tension of water to pull yung water from the soil underground up to their leaves. To do that, they can create their own Good. So you can also try to observe the surface tension of the water. So for example, if you try to do a belly flop sa swimming pool, di ba masakit siya sa katawan? That's because of the lifting layer of film dun sa taas ng water. It's trying to hold on to each other. So kapag hindi niya na kaya, dahil mabigat ka, malalaglag na yung katawan mo. Okay, so that is force of extension of water. So for the third property, this is high specific heat. And ang ibig sabihin lang nito that water can absorb a lot of heat, a lot of energy before it raises its temperature by 1 degree Celsius. Diba? Kung makapansin nyo, magpapakulo tayo ng tubig sa bahay. Kapag isang 1 liter of water, you try to boil it, it will take a long time for it to boil. That's because water is able to absorb a lot of heat first. For this one, we have an alcohol lamp. I have an ordinary balloon. What's inside of this balloon? It's just air, right? Just air. If I put this over our fire, what happened? It popped. That's correct. It popped because when we heat air, air expands very quickly. And when it expands, it will keep expanding until the balloon can no longer hold it anymore. That's why the balloon pops. So this balloon that I have here, it has water inside. If I put this over a fire, because water takes long time for it to become hot, it can absorb a lot of heat first. The air inside of the balloon doesn't get hot and it doesn't expand. Kaya siya hindi pumutok. As you can see, it's touching the fire. May soot sa ilalim. Marami na siyang pinagdaanan. Kaya maitik na yung bottom niya. Hindi pa siya pumutok. Ayan. So, para makita ulit yan, we will do one last experiment. But this experiment, please not try this at home. Do not attempt it in any way. Okay? Okay? So, please don't try this experiment at home, okay? In 3, 2, 1. As you can see, my hand is fine. Right? My hand is fine. Even the hairs on my back, they are okay because I coated my hands with water. So water protected my hand. But that's not all water can do. So the water inside of our bodies, they protect our bodies from getting heat stroke. Diba? So for example, if lalabas tayo, right, sa sobrang init, hindi tayo kaagad na-dehydrate, hindi tayo nagkakaroon na heat stroke kaagad. That is because of the water inside of our body. It's keeping us cooled down. Okay, so these three are just some of the properties of water that enables it to sustain life here on Earth. Okay, so thank you everyone. I hope you learned a little bit about water today.
Yan malalaglag. Agad dito yung
Ayos na presensya po kasi
yung parang mga molecules na stick together, nagkakawa sila ng film na dito mo na sa first round ng label niya. Ito po yung layer, kahit ganituhin ko lang siya, or ito po yung hati mo, malalaglag.
Ako na alak na Yung question, di pa rin nasasagot. May question.
Okay, ano ba yung question ka? Dito, dito.
Hindi na siya kaya.